Boston Neighborhood Network and the Boston Foundation present My Summer in the City.
My Summer in the City is a story about the people of Boston creating positive change in their own backyards. The Boston Foundation has donated $710,000 to keep parks open, local organizations active, and communities thriving during the summertime. Strong and safe communities will ensure a brighter future for our youth. Tomorrow's leaders. One of today's leaders, Robert Lewis Jr., has been a passionate advocate for urban issues over the last 3 decades and now takes action as the Vice President of Program at the Boston Foundation.
The initiative really started off as a summer safety strategy. You know, when you start thinking about this generation of young folks, you know, there's the violence. And part of that is not just the violence per se, it's the trauma and it's the effect that goes along with this. And it was a couple years ago, we started looking at it in a different light. Richard Ward had this idea of like we needed to do more in our city. It was around the community taking more ownership, the community taking responsibility, and actually how do we rid the word safety, but really turn around and it's about celebration. And that's where we came up. It was about My Summer in the City, which meant it was inclusive, it was owned by everybody, and that our focus could be much more on open space, parks and playgrounds, and investing in communities and community leaders that were going to do events that were serving children, youth, and family.
What this is all about is city kids having as good a summer and as good opportunities as any kids anywhere, and thanks to all of you, that's going to happen.
Our young folks are also really having to struggle with this whole idea of hope and understanding that why it's important for them to get their education, why for them to know that there is a generation that believes and that's really committed to folks. We're going to have to get even more to the grassroots, to those folks that are out there that know these kids better than anyone, and ensuring they get the resources and the support to do that. I would love to figure out that all parks and playgrounds throughout the city are activated. And again, it's small dollars making big impact. Maybe we need to do a few more citywide type of events that really convenes the different neighborhoods to come together for a major citywide activity, because there's power in our communities from how things are happening in East Boston or the North End, but how are things happening in Allston and Brighton or Roxbury and Dorchester?
My Summer in the City's plethora of engaging activities were attended by thousands of individuals. They experienced what every kid deserves, a summer of fun.
Unity Day at the Bromley Heath is a collection of community members ranging in age and culture, hosted by the Boston Housing Authority. Unity Day is an event that brings people together to celebrate and have a good time.
This is our bake sale. What the money is going to is helping us get new uniforms and also helping me and another cheerleader help us get to London because we got in the All-Star American team. So we're going to go to London and perform in the New Year parade.
Unity Day's purpose is to bring the community and aptly located businesses a chance to connect with each other. Smart from the Start is a program aimed at children 1 to 5 to promote early childhood learning.
Well, for us at Smart from the Start, unity is being one, even though we all come from different places, but we come here for the same common ground, which is to bring families together, to have fun, to show positive interaction in the community, that Boston has positive things that's going on, and Unity Day here that's what it's about.
Today's basketball tournament is helping raise money for a beneficial scholarship for students heading to college. Melvia Wright was a mother to many children in the Bromley Heath area while she was alive, and the scholarship has been helping keep her memory alive by supporting the local students attend college.
This particular basketball tournament is called the Melvia Wright Scholarship Tournament, and that started because approximately 15 years ago, one of our residents' mother was murdered, and he wanted to honor her memory doing the kinds of things that she would always love to do.
The Strand Theater has been host to a number of both high-profile and low-key acts over its long history. but tonight, it is home to the art collective of a community of young Boston-based artists from all mediums. Their One Night Only debuted last summer and left a strong impact on the community. One Night Only, Volume 2, is set to be even more entertaining than before, boasting a year's worth of hard work.
Today we're taking over the Strand Theater for One Night Only Volume 2. We are a artist collective, when you say?
A collection of different kinds of artists of all different types.
And we're all from different parts of the city, so coming together like this and on one stage is definitely our mission and our accomplishment.
Over the course of the summer, the Pleasant Hill Baptist Church has been running a peace program here at Trotter Park. 3 days a week, they've been setting up shop with food and entertainment, all run by the youth working for the church. Today, however, is a little bit different, focusing more on reaching out to the teenagers in the area who need something a bit more productive to do with their free time.
Today we had a very successful career and resource day, bringing jobs and job opportunity and job information to the neighborhood. And I ride through this area sometimes when we're not doing anything, and you see the kids sitting on the sides of the road, so they've got nothing to do. Their heads are in their hands, and when we come here and we open the park up from 5 to 9, they all come down.
The West End House, a place of fun and safety for the youth of Boston. Every year, teenagers from all over join to give themselves something to do after school.
So tonight's cultural night is part of the My Summer in the City initiative. And so cultural night at the West End House is actually very special to us. We pride ourselves at being Boston's most diverse after-school program. We're open an additional 22.5 hours each week this summer. That's huge.
My name is Lisa Smith. I'm the Kids Cafe coordinator, and I've been at the West End House for 6.5 years. When I first started, I was feeding about 150 to 175 kids, and now it's up to about 300. My biggest accomplishment here has been getting kids to really enjoy fresh fruits and vegetables.
Since we've had My Summer in the City, I've definitely seen more people come involved with the West End House, and more kids coming in because they'll hear, like, they could be at the park and they'll hear it and they'll be like, wow, that's really cool, like, what's going on?
Growing up, I was always looking for a brother, you know, an older brother that could, you know, show me the ropes, you know, teach me how to get better in basketball. You know, I was always looking for that when I was younger, so I wanted to come back to the West End House, and I wanted to do the same for everyone else.
When they first introduced Eric, me and him really didn't talk that much and stuff like that, and then one day I was just shooting around playing basketball, and then after one of the games he came up to me and he was like, if you really trained hard and stuff like that, like you could really be somebody on the court. And just coming from the way I grown up, I never really had someone to tell me stuff like that, you know what I mean?
I went through like some tough times and I started getting really down and depressed, and you lose a lot of confidence and you lose a lot of like who you are and whether people actually do care and stuff. Being here, like, you realize, all right, like, I can rebuild myself, and there are things that I'm good at, and there are things that I'm able to be good at, and that I can do something. And I definitely became more confident through singing, and I didn't sing until I came here.
This is East Boston, or Eastie if you're from the area, and this is roller hockey. Not just any old scrimmage, but a 2-day tournament funded by the East Boston Athletic Board. For years, out of love for the game, these people have gathered together to compete against one another inside this fence for nothing more than bragging rights for an entire year.
Yeah, this is our annual roller hockey tournament that's funded by the Boston Foundation, and it's sponsored by the East Boston Athletic Board.
It's a great event. Like the whole day's fun, Saturday and Sunday. Competition's real good, and it's just, you know, come out, be competitive with your friends, and, you know, barbecue, listen to music, and it's a fun time.
In years past, this used to just be a sporting event between the players. But thanks to generous funding and some extra effort put in by the East Boston Athletic Board, this tournament has become something more for the community.
We brought the element of bringing families, kids down to enjoy watching the festivities, the face painting, and the barbecue and the DJ.
But it doesn't end here. Thanks to the continued efforts of the Boston Foundation and the East Boston Athletic Board, this tournament will be running every summer, open to anybody who wants to play. All you need are some friends, some skates, your A game, and a slight resistance to pain. Today, the Boston Housing Authority is hosting a block party with a focus on cultural unity. Members of the community gathered to enjoy an afternoon of refreshments, fun, and music. Members of the organization Teen Challenge stepped up to express sentiments about problems with urban living and the fight with addiction. Since he was 20 years old, Jonathan Mello has been a member of Teen Challenge and has begun working towards a brighter future by collaborating with the Boston Housing Authority.
What's going on today is the community is actually having an outreach, a cookout with their people of in this area, specific area. Personally, when I was about 13 years old, I began fooling around with drugs and hanging out with a crowd that I shouldn't have been hanging out with. Around the age of 20, I was asking myself, a question: Is this going to be my life? And I'm here to say that no, you can take control of that. You can put your hands on the issue right now and begin to take responsibility and move forward in life.
Daniel Gorman came out today to raise awareness about the perils the drug-addicted individual and their families endure. He has been able to overcome adversity and help others.
We've gone to different housing projects in the area to be a good example to the kids in the area. We hand out prizes for the kids, we do raffles. We're just trying to make a difference in the community. I've witnessed hundreds of success stories. I'm one of them myself. Actually, I spent 23 years addicted to drugs, and now I'm actually running drug awareness teams for Teen Challenge. I'm going out in the community in these outreaches, and from being a homeless addict on the street, I used to be the person that was on the other side of the table begging for food. Now I'm the guy serving food. It makes you feel a true happiness in serving and helping others.
It's unfortunate that in today's age, for some kids, a life twisted by violence, abuse, and addiction is an ugly reality. Teen Challenge is full of volunteers with stories like these, and these people didn't just turn themselves around. They dedicated their lives to keeping others away from their old way of life. And they can relate to that feeling of hopelessness and despair as many of the people they help out every day. All they needed was their calling.
I got involved in Teen Challenge by a pastor who had a heart to reach out to me. From jail, I was arrested for drugs and alcohol.
Today, Teen Challenge is set up all over the world, including here at Ramsey Park and Jim Rice Field, where events like today's Rock the Block Party, funded in part by the Boston Foundation, are already having a positive effect on the neighborhood.
The event that Teen Challenge Boston is having today is called Rock the Block, and we're inviting families, youth, teenagers. Today we're going to be having a hoop challenge basketball tournament. We're having a community barbecue, a kids jam.
It's a privilege to come here with our Teen Challenge and be a bridge with the Boston Foundation and reach these young youth who have no one.
The North End is one of Boston's most historic neighborhoods and a hub of old values and culture. But today, it's awash in new, energetic music made by youthful hands.
We're doing a music-themed arts and crafts night on the Prado with Becca, with myself, and we've got a number of activities set up for the families and children that live in the North End, and also for any passerbys going through the Prado. We're right on the Freedom Trail.
We are doing a summer program of musical theater numbers. So we're about to perform a couple of really fun numbers with a great group of kids who've been spending all summer getting ready for this performance, and we're very excited about it.
Pop Warner Football is a nationwide program that surfaces over 425,000 children in 44 states, but in Mattapan, it is especially important. Over 200 boys and girls ages 7 to 15 participate in Pop Warner as football players and cheerleaders. Tonight, the Mattapan Patriots are in Phil Gare practicing for a game.
We have a lot of kids that are playing football. We have a lot of younger kids that may not be old enough to play football, but they come out here, they watch, they learn. We have young ladies out here that cheer for us on every level. We also have parents that come out here and participate. If you come out here every night, Monday through Friday, you'll see that we have a packed park. The park is safe. A lot of kids, when they get into gangs and the drugs, they're looking for a family. Sometimes they don't have that real tight-knit family at home, but we have the Mattapan family here. So we have a lot of kids, a lot of coaches that come together. We're like surrogate parents for a lot of these kids.
Playing football makes him very, it allows him to do a lot of exercise and keeps him healthy and keeps him from watching TV so often.
If there is one thing that we did do this year that I'm very excited about, is that we expanded My Summer in the City into Lynn, we expanded My Summer in the City into Cambridge, and My Summer in the City into Somerville.
Today, the Community Minority Cultural Center is hosting a meet and greet in the Lynn Commons. As program director, Chesnica Estacio meets adversity face-to-face and creates positive change in her environment.
Boston Foundation is helping the Community Minority Cultural Center reach out to everybody in Lynn, such as the youth that's here and also the adults that come to this event. So it's helping actually the kids have a good time, get to know their fellow neighbors that are here in the city.
And I think that it's a good focal point is the kids in Lynn, because there's really not a lot of things for them to do as it is. So to have somewhere to go and everybody to meet and have something to do is really good.
Organizations like these do not just exist to be taken advantage of. They consist of people who are motivated to help on a real level and make a positive impact on a child's life. Many of these summer staff members have suffered similar hardships, and the bond between those who wish to help and those who need help most becomes a symbiotic relationship. The Boston Neighborhood Network serves the greater Boston area with local programming by local residents. Their youth crew is tasked with videotaping, editing, and presenting this documentary as another part of the Boston Foundation's grant. The members of the youth crew included Juan, Sankara, Ashley, Rudra, and Daniel. Under the guidance of Nick Dulcinos, Justin Maloney, Jonathan Rizzo, and Curtis Henderson Jr., the youth crew learned techniques applicable to their passion for filmmaking.
In the My Summer in the City program, I participated as an editor, a scriptwriter, and film assistant. My overall experience this summer has been challenging and fun.
I think in the future we have to have a concept like this that is really year-round, that you can activate programs in our parks, in our community centers, Ys and Boys Clubs throughout the year.
The Boston Foundation's My Summer in the City program left a lasting impression on the lives of thousands of individuals and will continue to ripple through Greater Boston's community for years to come. The children involved will look back on their experience and provide support to those in need. They have developed relationships, fostered creativity, and above all, had fun. As time rushes forward and children continue to grow into adulthood, they'll be able to look back on a simpler time to a summer that touched their lives and their hearts. A summer in the city they'll never forget.
Let's pop one more balloon. Okay.
What is that move name and how long did it take you to learn that?
It took me
What is the move name, sorry?
behind the back, and it took me a week to learn.
If you don't do that.
Everybody should definitely come out and enjoy this. Your kids will have a good time.
Enjoy the fun!
You should volunteer at the West House. It's the best food, the best pizza, everything else is good. Woohoo!